Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. Um, I got a couple gardening things to do, but really, I've just been reading my books. But there are a couple just real quick gardening things I want to do here. Um, if you all remember back 6 months or so ago, I just left Arizona and went up to Gila National Forest. And then I came down and was staying because I needed power. I needed sun. I was staying down in the desert down there, Pancha Villa. And I showed you guys that I did a bag of potatoes using the sort of roost out method. She used to use straw. I used leaves and dried grass and whatever I could find up there in the forest. And I never showed you whatever became of that. And the reason why is it's still sitting here in the bag. What happened is, as I was coming up here to the mountains, I got stuck in really cold weather and the leaves died out on it. The leaves came back. I got stuck in the snowstorm. The leaves died on it. Well, instead of dumping the bag to see how the potatoes were, I just left everything in there. So I'm thinking what happened because it's been months, six months ago, seven. I don't. Well, I just left them in there. And one day when I got over here, I was kind of curious, and I opened the little side door on it, and looked. It was full of bugs, and what I just it was crawling with them, and I just assumed that the potatoes had rotted in there, and I just let it set for another couple months, and the leaves came back out again. And I'm gonna go ahead and dump it and see what's in there. I don't have much hope for anything really coming out of that bag, because what I think happened was the potatoes did their thing. They grew potatoes. Excuse me a minute. They grew potatoes, but then I didn't take them out, so the potatoes that were in there probably resprouted and some rotted. That's where the uh, bugs. There's still bugs in there. That's what I'm thinking happened. Is Well, of course, those potatoes that were in there resprouted again, the new ones, and I don't know what's in there. Really, I don't. So we're going to take a look at that because I need to start getting rid of stuff here. I might leave in a couple weeks. I'm really antsy. And if I do, then I'll be on the road for a month. But that's all. It's starting to look pretty good right now. I'm just ready to go. But I want to start now getting my plants all ready and cleaning out the greenhouse and everything. So I don't at the last minute go, oh, I'm going to go, but then I have all this work to do. So I don't want that to happen. So we're going to go into this bag here. And like I said, I don't have much hope for whatever's in there, as there's still bugs. There's still some green, but the stems are dying out. But yeah, normally when the plant dies, you can take it out. But what happens? It did die. I got it confused with the weather, and then eventually it all came back up again. So I think any potatoes that were there just resprouted again, and probably some rotted. That's my guess. Okay, let's take a look at this here, and then I'll show you what else I'm going to do. I don't know what's going to come out of this bag. Oh, they're just looks like just a lots of little tiny potatoes. Um, There's a lot of them though. So cool. Look at all these little potatoes. Just look at all of them. I'm not eating these. I think I started off with 2 potatoes cut in half. So 4 potato pieces in that bag. Maybe a little bit more. I can't really remember. But this is a lot of potatoes, and I'm not disappointed because I didn't think anything had come out of that bag. So this is just wonderful. I've got all these little potatoes to start more potatoes with when I get down to the desert. That's just great. And it's the biggest one, but I'm just going to go ahead and let these guys dry out. They're kind of wet right now. And I will put them in, I've been putting them in those little bags, the bigger ones. Here, let me see. So this is like the ones I've been saving seed heads in, except what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these, as soon as it all dries out, they're pretty wet, put them in these bags and just put them away for now. They'll chit on their own, C-H-I-T. And then when I get down the desert, I can just start more bags. I mean, that's a lot of potatoes to start with. Normally I buy these at the dollar store, little potato starts, but now I don't have to, so that saves money. So no, I'm not disappointed. This is a lot of future potatoes right here. The way I'm looking at it. Of course, I could take the bigger ones and eat them. That one, and this one. And I might. I don't know. But I'm just going to let them dry out for now. And then I will put them in a few of these bags here, which is what I did with the last bunch of tiny potatoes I got. I put them in one of these bags and just set them over into the side. And that's what I'll do. And then when I get down the desert, we'll just like have a crazy amount of potatoes. Greenhouse lady, specifically, when they found out I could grow potatoes, they were like, you need to do potatoes and corn next year. So, well, we definitely have enough potatoes to work with now. So cool. I was wondering what was in that bag. It's been driving me crazy for months. Now the other bag, which is the same kind, they're a russet. I just bought these at the grocery store. A couple of them. Started potatoes with them. The other bag should be more true because I've kept track. I've kept track of when I started them. And the leaves are dying out. The stems haven't died out yet. So I'm sure there's nice big potatoes in that one, though I haven't been fertilizing like I should, and that's a big deal, but I think they'll be okay. Anyway, I also took some of these other plants, and you can't see it over here, but right over here. And I took them out of the big, huge pots, and I put them in smaller pots where I wouldn't have to carry around a big pot when I want it out of my van, They're on double trays, and I can just lift the tray and set it out and bring it back in. That's the idea. So I didn't want a whole bunch of big pots I was carrying in and out of the van while I traveled. Okay, people, that is about it. I'm sorry I don't have anything more exciting happening here, but I'm really enjoying my reading right now. And I will notice this whole place is empty again. They left yesterday morning. The whole park is blessedly empty. It's just wonderful. But yeah, I took some of the ones in the big pots, put them in little ones that I could travel with better. Really, seriously, I don't know when I'm leaving. All I know is I want to be ready when the urge strikes me. Oh my gosh, you got to look at this. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Look at. These zinnias are finally opening. That's cool. I'm really tempted to bring these down with me to the desert. We'll see. Did I just say I wasn't going to carry big pots around? Oh my gosh, look at me. Well, it's nice to see they survived all the insect damage and that nasty spray, 7 spray, and they finally came around, but it just took them forever. Okay, so that is about it for me. I'm going to do a little bit more seed starting, some flowers and stuff like that. And as long as I go in those little tiny cups in the those cool trays I have, then everything works out great. So I think I am going to let you go for now. I'm going to go back to my book. Um, it's just a lazy day, a lazy days here in my little world. And yep, I think that's about it for now. I hope you all are doing well. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.